Hello, Scorpio. How are you doing, beautiful soul? This is going to be your reading for the first half of August. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has for you. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you need a private reading, links in the description box below. Or you can go to this website right up there and we'll be happy to schedule you an appointment. Your love story reading should be out. If you wait to the end of the video, right here in this little area, you can click on it. It'll take you directly there. So, Scorpio. Spirit, what do you have for Scorpio in general for the first half of August? Okay, Scorpio, so I feel like you need to look at a situation as a whole, okay? And it has something to do with you getting back on track, maybe with a partner. This feels like a partner, getting on track with a partner. And it has a lot to do with your actions, believe it or not. I feel like you have a bigger influence here than you think. The key is to really be in the mindset to do the work to do it, okay? I feel like mentally it's going to take you on a journey that you're not going to like, okay? Or it's going to be really hard for you to deal with. But the word, you have enough resilience and strength to handle it, okay? Manifesting dreams. Okay, so Scorpio, it's about making things happen right now. I feel like with that cornucopia, you have a good foundation to work on. And it's really just about you believing in something higher than you or better. This is not about hanging on to your logic right now. It's about you kind of manifesting and creating a new environment, a new healthy environment, a productive environment. Ooh, Evil Queen. You deserve sugar and not salt. So you deserve a better outcome. The thing I'm feeling though is you have to create it. Like there could be, I feel like there's dual energy. Like maybe you feel like there's conflict or pushback, but I feel like you can handle it. I feel like you can create a better situation. It's just going to take, it's going to take for you to look at a situation differently. In love, you have the Spirit Whisperer. Yeah, it's about divine guidance. It's about listening to your intuition. It's about having an understanding higher than yourself or your own thought process. It's like you're going to be pulling from places of power that you haven't pulled from or that you didn't even know you were capable of, okay? So abundance, how to achieve your goals this month. Pleasure. What's interesting is they're talking about your sense of happiness or wholeness is not just about how you feel in the inside or what it is that you want and exerting that. I feel like the other people's happiness around you also affect that part of your pleasure sensors as well. So in order for you to get what you desire, I feel like you need to exert a lot more energy than you have been. And it's going to affect your environment. It's just about where the source of that energy is coming from, Scorpio. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Emperor, Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands, definitely change, Ace of Wands, the Moon, Nine of Swords. What's interesting is some of you don't understand why you're not having sex with your partner. That's the first thing that came to me. I feel like that's the trigger for you to kind of notice or see that there's an issue or a problem. Hold on one second. Okay. Or there's not like the same amount of passion as there was before. Or your partner doesn't just have the same amount of will as they used to, as far as you go. But anyway, so on the bottom of the deck, we have the Strength card. The Strength card is about courage. It's about strength. And it's about you taming your ego, taming your need to lash out in order to achieve your goals for this half of the month. It's almost like in the past you felt like no matter what you do, it's not working out. It could be that you have invested in things in your life and they just aren't working out. And you're trying to figure out why you're not getting this fairness. I also feel like that is bleeding out into other areas of your life. Okay. I feel like it's taking control of your emotions, which is interesting because I feel like you don't see it as emotions. But I feel like what happens is it's not about crying or anything like that, but it's messing with how you feel and how you're reacting to things. That's also the same as emotions. And you need to learn how to control that. And controlling that and exerting that energy in a different way, in a more positive way, is really going to help you out here. Okay? So, Scorpio, this is how we start out. You are the King of Pentacles. And what's interesting about this King of Pentacles is I feel like you have felt like you were in control. It's kind of like that feeling of like, I am the ruler of my life. I am the ruler of the things around me. And I need to feel in control. Okay? So I feel like you have tried to kind of get things together. And you felt really good about it. Like you initiated some things. You started some things. You were feeling like you were in control, or like the king of your castle, if you will. And it was like, I'm finally coming up roses. Things are coming in good for me. It means that I'm in sync with everything, and that feels great for you. The problem is something happened to change that energy, okay, with the Five of Pentacles. And maybe either your partner or your the win that you thought you were having is kind of like drifting away. So you feel like you're not on the same path of being in that good energy, like something may have happened or something has changed, and you're feeling that energy coming into August. What's interesting is I feel like your foundations are in control, but I feel like there's something that you're waiting on. So you're either waiting on something to get finished, Like maybe there was a step back if it's a project or a goal that you were trying to achieve. You took a little bit of a step back, so you're not feeling as in control. I also see that maybe you feel like your partner has turned their back on you. And you're waiting to see, like you may have given them a open to talk to you and they haven't yet, and you're waiting to see what they're going to say. You're trying to stop a fight from happening. You're trying to like nip it in the bud before something bad happens, okay? There is a bit of a waiting process here still. I feel like your partner's not trying to fight with you. So they're trying to keep things on an amicable level. I feel like your partner's sad. I feel like your underlying sad too, but you have to, you got to keep control of things. So you're not showing it. You're still like being the powerful person that you are, but your partner is definitely embracing that energy. Okay. So I feel like in August, you're going to try to make some changes here because you're the person that is in control. You're the person that runs things, I feel like you either try to have sex with your partner or try to start a new project or try to initiate something. You leave the door open for them, and I feel like you get turned down. And that is when things change for you, I feel like. Okay, now you're like, what the heck is going on? No matter what I do, it's all just ending up the same, and I need to figure out why that is. I need to get on top of this. I feel like the first thing that you want to do, though, Scorpio, is confront the issue right off the back. Your partner, okay, your partner is going to feel like it's just too much because they're not ready right now, or they feel like you're not going to listen, okay? Maybe like they've already talked to you, but it wasn't very direct, so they are just feeling like you're not going to listen. If this is a career situation, you're going to run into some issues. But what's interesting is I feel like these issues that you feel like you're running into, because it's not the direct answer or the direct fix, you're not seeing it as a step. You know what I'm saying? So you catch more bees with honey is what they're saying to me. So at this point, you're feeling like you're just closed off. Like everything around you is just not working right now. And this is causing a lot of conflict. I feel like you get angrier and that pushes your partner away more. Or you get more determined to achieve your goal and that pushes your goal away more because of your mindset and because of how you're going about handling it. It's like if you're trying to screw or put a peg in a hole, it's not going in and you're forcing it and it keeps fumbling and you just get more and more upset. That's the energy that it's giving me because you're trying to use too much power and too much ambition. It's like you need to pull back a little bit, but you're so excited about trying to get this to work or like adamant about doing it quickly. It's like you just need to change your pace or the way that you're doing it. So I feel like there is an argument or some sort of angry, like you're mad that it's not working, and there's a little bit of angriness. What you need to understand though is that anger is going to push this situation further. It's almost like you need to cut your losses and then keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like you just need to try something different. It's not about, for you, I would say right now, it's not about keep trying the same thing. It's about changing the situation. But you can't let your fear or anxiety of something bad happening drive you right now, because it's going to put you in a mindset that that's not going to help you. And that's why the strength is here, because you have, it's not about exerting your power. It's about compassion and strength within yourself, taming your ego enough to see past your own thought structure. Okay? Like the gray area. I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately. So you need to integrate something new into your mind. It's not about thinking that everything's going downhill. Everything's going to keep going downhill. It's going to be terrible. I'm not as in control as I thought. Woe is me. Don't do that, okay? Because you're going to be exerting an energy to your partner and to the universe that's going to make this not work. So you need to change your thought process. You have an opportunity to do that. You have an opportunity for change, okay? It is going to be scary with the moon card, because I feel like you have to face your fears, and you have to face a feeling of possible rejection or something not working, and your main goal is to win or to get to the bottom line of whatever it is, so you can be happy, so things can be right. But I do feel like it's going to be a process, and part of that big process here, Scorpio, is a higher knowing or a higher understanding, believing and trusting in something bigger than yourself. Because believing in yourself right now has kind of dug you in this hole. So it's like it's like you need to open up your horizons to spirit and different possibilities that could possibly happen to you. This is where you're going to be leaning on your faith and leaning on your intuition, and not your knowledge and your sense of reasoning, believe it or not. Because you're going to have to listen to different aspects or different directions that you wouldn't normally do, or that aren't patent to work every time. But you have to try something different, okay? Your choice either is to try something new and walk through that door, or feel abandoned or left out in the cold, okay? And you have a choice to initiate that decision. It's up to you, right? And a lot of it is about you getting out of your mind and getting out of your worry and anxiety, or blaming someone else. Not getting into fights that you're not going to win. Try to lighten up the atmosphere. It's like this is a chance for you to embrace change. That change is good. It doesn't necessarily have to be bad, okay? It's like embracing the fact that you don't know everything, that you don't know the outcome, and that's going to be really hard for you to handle. Okay. All right, Scorpio. You're definitely walking away from your sense of stability right now, and you have the opportunity to open up your emotions or your care for someone else. But what's stopping you is your stern way of doing things and not opening up to different options or different ways of doing things. It's not very nurturing to the situation. You're clear on what you're attempting to achieve. In either a marriage, a relationship, or a company setting. But what do those values really mean to you? This is a time for you to understand that. What do those values mean to you? Is it about getting everything that you want? Is it practical, what you're trying to achieve? It's like you need to think about it from all sides and not just yours right now. The big thing is seeing it beyond yourself right now, Scorpio. It angers you because you made a decision on how to handle it, and that way, that tried and true way, is not working. It's not working, and you're having trouble bringing it into existence when in your mind, logically, it should work that way. But it's time for you to not resist the change that needs to happen and to embrace it. That way you don't stop the new cycle or the new energy from coming in that needs to come in. I feel like because you want what you want with two emperors, because you want what you want, and you need to take control of the situation in order to get it to move forward. But it's your approach, which is interesting. So I feel like your approach is blocking everything. You're like, well, I just need to keep doing what I'm doing because this is what works. And that's leaving you blocked to different options. Yeah, it's just going to make you more and more frustrated. And you're starting to feel more and more insecure about the situation. You're feeling more and more alone. But it's like this is a signal for you to use better judgment. Because you're not happy, the other person isn't happy, the situation isn't happy, you're overindulging in your idea of perfection. So this is one of those big choices in your life about what happiness, what love, whatever this other thing is, what that means to you and the sacrifices that you're willing to make for that. Yeah, be careful of getting into a really bad position because you are fighting change. Okay? And I feel like at first you're fighting it because you want to stand up for what you believe and what's right, but it's really not helping. Okay? And you need to see that you're overindulging in it so much that you need to take a step back and see where you're going with this. So it's like you need to get your head out of the sand and see what's really going on, because your idea or your thought process is keeping you in a constraint from working with the partner, your partner, working with spirit to co-create, or one of the two, okay? Or both, honestly. Okay, so you have an opportunity to take control and really make something happen, to drive towards the journey that you need to go on. Leave those thoughts behind or take the ones that you can use and move towards a new beginning or a new way of doing things. You have an opportunity to do that, okay? I feel like this is going to be uncomfortable for you, or you're not going to like it. And I feel like it's not going to get you that success as quickly as you want, but it's taking you on more of a positive path towards winning than what you were on before, okay? I feel like you're a little bit iffy or confused about leaving something behind, because I feel like the bigger picture is it makes you reflect on yourself, and it makes you think about the fact that you may be doing something wrong, and I feel like you don't like that. You want to feel comfortable and content, and this is taking you out of that comfort zone. But what's happening is it's not bringing in any new energy, okay? It's just in vain that you're holding on to this. It's for your own sense of stability and your own ego, and not for the bigger picture. So I feel like what happens is you're really faced with, Scorpio, if you stay in the energy that you're in, it's not going to get any better. And you're just going to be hoping for that harmony that you had before, okay? So you have to balance, you have to prioritize what's more important, or what you want to create in the actual world. Not just in your mind, not just in your emotions, not just in your drive, but what you're actually creating. Okay? You're trying to attain a sense of success and happiness, and you have to make a decision on a better decision on how to do that. What's interesting is they're telling me again, you catch more bees with honey. Love, care, even temper, being your charming self, following more of an emotional stance of things is going to get you back on track. It's going to get you back in control to guarantee you some victory. You have the Five of Cups on the bottom of this deck. And I feel like this is a grieving process. You have to leave behind the old stuff. You have to. It's not about thinking about how this used to work for you in the past. It's about trying to get balance now. You know, in life, it's about duality. And you can't have the light without the dark. You can't have the up without the down, right? So I feel like Spirit's bringing in this heavy situation, and you have to do something different, the other side of the spectrum, in order to resolve it. But instead of thinking about everything that you have lost, think about what you will gain. It's going to be hard for you, but I feel like it's a good practical step to building what you want to build in your environment or in your world, okay? You just have to do it. So, Scorpio, ooh, Lord. This is going to be your cards to either meditate on or journal with during this time. You can choose one or all of them, or however many you're guided to. I do suggest that you do this, as my professional opinion, because it really helps you communicate with your higher self, your spirit guides, God, whatever it is that you believe in, and even connect more with your intuition, because you're able to see beyond yourself or get to know your inner self better. So your first card is, do I have a routine to guide me? And they're saying, what is that routine? Where is that routine taking you? What is the outcome of that routine? Do I need to change it? So then we have, what does happiness mean to me? And we got 3 for you. Did I follow my intuition today? And what did it tell me? What do I judge myself for, and how can I create more acceptance in my life? What rules am I operating under, and are they true? Beautiful. All right, Scorpio, thank you so much for allowing me to do this for you. And I will see you for the mid-months. I love you. Bye-bye.